All right, what's up, everybody? Man, what a crazy episode this was. All right, so if you didn't know, first of all, if you're brand new to the channel and you've never been here before, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. That's all I'm asking. You come over here, well, I want to see you first. Nah, come on. Even if you want to talk shit, it's fine, but subscribe to the channel. Be part of it. Let's have some conversations. Let's have some fun. I'm trying to get to 70,000 by the end of the year. All right, that's my spiel. So you can do that for me. What the hell does it cost you? Nothing. Anyway, this episode was nuts. So what I've been doing, well, I got to be honest, I don't even know. I know that I put up my immediate reaction as soon as I did. As soon as I saw it, I put up the immediate reaction. But I actually recorded myself doing a watch along and an actual reaction to the full episode. I'm just not sure which is going to come out first. This spoiler review or the actual reaction itself. It just depends on, the Nerd Chronic is cutting it. So as soon as he's done, we'll see what goes up first. Either way, man, so much. And I said it in the reaction, and I'll say it here, and I said it in the immediate reaction. It was as if someone lit gas, and you were just waiting for someone to flick a lighter to blow the whole thing up. It was a crazy episode, especially when you think about, I mean, I think that this was very telling as where this show is going and what it's going to be. And you could make a point where if someone had just kind of described to you what this show was about, and then they were like, yeah, but it's going to take like 5 episodes before they actually even start the Civil War, because that's certainly where it seems like it's going to be. But if someone told you that it's going to take about 5 episodes and they're going to really set up that they're trying to get the king's the king's first male son, even though he's appointed his daughter as the heir, and you'd say, oh, that's going to take 5 episodes. Why don't they just jump into it and go into the war? And this is the reason why. The way that they do it, the way that they set it up, how much everything just matters. Everything matters, and it's so interesting, man. I mean, even the way they open up this episode, brutal with this guy, man, Damon. Just when you think like, all right, yeah, I can understand a lot of stuff that he does. He's just a full-on murdering prick. He don't want to be married to his wife. So what's he do? Goes straight up in the beginning of it. The dude's like, hey, I'll come out with you. She's like, nah, I'm going to go ride my horse. And this fuck is waiting for her. And he's just like, all right, you didn't talk your shit? Okay, talk your shit. Look what I just did to your horse. Throws the horse on her. And starts to walk away, and she's like, "I knew you couldn't finish." And it's like, "Oh, come on!" And then what does he do? They don't. I got to tell you, I like that they didn't show it. You didn't need to. It was brutal enough, throwing the horse on her, and then you just know because he's been bitching and complaining about her since episode 1. But it was funny because I was talking to Roxy Stryer, and she was on the show for episode 1 or 2, and they were like, "Oh, I wonder who they're gonna cast," because he's talking about this woman as if she's like the most grotesque woman of all time. She was gorgeous, that woman, the actress. Gorgeous. I think she wasn't intimidated by him at all, Damon. So I think that's one of the reasons. He was just over it. Plus, he knew that shit had to go down with his niece, and he's trying to get his niece. He's playing some moves and playing some role here to get into the fray. So what does he do? He knocks off his wife, and then we find out the other reason, and that's to get what see, he's a tricky fucker, man. He really is. When he's like, "Oh, I didn't have any kids." Isn't that convenient? Yeah, they don't inherit any of their mother stuff. So I guess I'm gonna have to take it. And it's like every move he makes, man, is just calculated and gross, but well done. What a dirtbag. So anyway, that's that scene, right? And then we keep going on. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, sorry. And then they keep messing with the king, man. I like the king. I do. I like the king. Do I think he's a good king? And even it's funny because I think I said it at one point as I'm watching the episode. He says, "Am I going to be remembered as a good king?" I'm like, I don't know if you're a good king. You might be a good dude, but a good king? I don't know. I mean, I think that his heart's in the right place and he's trying to do the right thing. I just don't know, and I think that it's pretty clear, even from this whole thing, that maybe our girl on the right here should have been the queen. Seems like she's got more of the instinct. But she also says it, Up top, she's just like, look, because he comes in and they have that whole moment where finally, because we find in episode 4, King just tells Rhaenyra, enough of this shit. As I said in my review, you can't fuck your uncle, but you can fuck your cousin. So let's go get hitched. And that's what happens. But this has been a thing for a while, and they're messing with the king. So let me ask you a question. If we'll consider this, but if they have kids, they're going to take the Valerian name, right? And the king's like, all right, dickhead, you want to play like this? I'll tell you what. Yeah, they can have the name. But anybody to the throne, Targaryen name. That's the deal. Okay. That's what I like about the king. When the king needs to show up, he shows up. When he plays in these little moments, these conversations that he has, he shows up. And the new hand of the king, which all for that guy, I think he should have probably been appointed in the first place. Maybe would be in this position of the Civil War if that would have happened. But it's not what happened. Hightower, who has a great scene, by the way. Where is it? I'll make sure I get this picture. Where the hell is it? I got it somewhere. Not that one. We'll get to that. There it is. So Hightower tells Alicent, because Alicent's like, I don't want you to leave. He's like, well, that was your fault. You shouldn't have taken Rhaenyra's side. She's like, yeah, but she told me that she was innocent. He's like, yeah, of course she was going to tell you that. Look, you got to get your son in there, because here's what's going to happen. If you don't make this move and get this kid on the throne, Rhaenyra's going to kill him. So you got to figure it out. And this is the turning point. This is the turning point right here. What an incredible scene this is, because this is the kind of crux of this whole entire episode and what Alicent eventually has to do and the decisions that she makes. And it was so smart. By the way, we'll also say the cinematography is very beautifully directed scene, from all the performances to the landscapes and everything. It was brilliantly directed. This is one of the best episodes so far, from everything, from the cinematography to the storytelling to the building of the music. But that particular scene really sets forth Alicent and what she's doing and what she's got to do, because she believes, well, I believe my friend. And then she brings, oh my God, Nerd Chronic edits my stuff, my reaction videos. So I hope he used the thing where I actually reacted to the scene between Alicent and Criston when they're having their conversation, man. It's Criston. Because it's like this Three's Company moment of him going, oh, you're clearly talking about me and her. And she's like, no, I'm trying to find out if she banged Damon. And then he's like, well, yeah, I did it. And you're like, oh. But she finds out she's lying to me about everything. She figured it out. She probably got all hopped up on Damon. It didn't happen. And she banged this poor bastard. Because Criston tries to have this whole conversation, and I go back to it, where you've got these two first, and because Rhaenyra's living in Cloud 9 right now. She's like, I'm all right. I'm going to be the queen. Everything's cool. I got this all figured out now, and I don't really have to abide by all the laws. My father doesn't really give a shit as long as I pump out a couple kids. And she tells her cousin, she goes, look, here's the deal. I know what you like to do. You got your dude, you got your boyfriend. Have a blast. Well, I've got my own thing too. So here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop out a couple kids, and then we bang whoever we want. How you feel about that? He's like, fuck yeah. I like the way you think, cousin. Let's do it. And then we cut back to him, and this is what this show does so well. It builds his relationship. We didn't really know too much. We'd seen him in battle before, but we didn't know that, okay, he's gay. We figured that out now. And then we see him and his lover, like they're talking, they're having the conversation, and we learn more about them. By the time that guy gets his head smashed in by like ground beef, you care. And he was just really introduced. He might have been in the other episode, I'm not sure, but he was really introduced and shined in this one. Because that sets up so much. That sets up so much, but it's this idea of this kind of like, all right, cool, yeah, they're going to do their thing. And guess what I found out? I found out that she was banging this Sir Criston guy, her protector. So we're good. And then he goes and talks to him and tries to set some deal, and that's when shit just goes crazy. But before that, man, when they get to, when it's that actual, the whole banquet, man, this whole banquet, all of this, like when this all goes down, and this is even before, where is it? So hold on, let me make sure I have the right shot. No, we did that already. No, it's just one shot. I gotta show it. Yeah, all right. So we start out with the three of them, because there's this whole introduction. Shit, I thought I had it. Is this it? Maybe this is it. Oh, I don't have it. Hold on. I got to show you, because this was to me, this is one of the most powerful scenes in the entire thing. Sorry, I promise you guys will see what I'm talking about in a second here. Easily one of the most powerful shots in the whole damn thing, and really foreshadowing of what I think is about to come. So Alicent is ready. She's done all this investigation, and there's also that scene with the new, whether it's Littlefinger, Hightower, whatever. This new guy that's causing some shit and really kind of pumping some stuff in her head to tell her to start the investigation. But Alicent is ready. At this point, the king's giving his speech, and she shows up in green, and they say, somebody goes, that looks like that's the start. She's making a statement here, and people around, a lot of the people in her circle know that she's calling for war. And someone even says to her, "Look, we got you. We got your back no matter what." So this sets up this whole thing. And then music, and I'm like, oh, man, what is she going to do? What's going to happen? Is this going to be like a red wedding? Is they going to start battling each other? What's going to happen? And then Damon sits down like just a smug prick, and his wife's cousin comes in and says to him, "I know what you did. You murdered." And he's like, yeah, give me your land, dum-dum. Get out of here. Stupid ass, challenge me. And then that whole thing happens with Sir Criston and the rest of them, and then the fight breaks out in the middle of it, and he smashes the guy's head. The guy's all pissed off, and he's going to be pissed off now. He's going to be miserable, married to Rhaenyra. So Criston is about to. I thought he was going to kill himself. I thought it was it. I thought he was done. And Alicent's working with him now. He's going to be on their side, scorned by Rhaenyra. Oh, so much. This is such a rich episode. So much. That wedding scene, the banquet scene, or whatever, not leading to the wedding, that banquet scene was some of the best. I mean, they stayed there for so long, and it was just, the anxiety that I felt watching that scene was incredible. It was nuts. You can see it, my reaction to the whole entire video, because I watched it, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. So I loved this episode. Thought it was great. Thought it was really great. I don't know what you guys thought, but loving this show. It's definitely the best show on TV right now. So go ahead and let me know what you think. I want to know, where are we going with this? Are we going to jump into the future next and find out, is the war going to start? Because I didn't even mention freaking King. King eats shit. They keep teasing that he's going to eat shit throughout the entire episode. He gets sick on the way to arrange the marriage. He gets sick on the way back. He's bleeding like a stuck pig, and then he finally just collapses at the end. So I think there's not too much more time with him. And he even has that great conversation with the hand. He's just like, "Am I a good king?" And he's like, "Well," he's like, I feel like I haven't been challenged. It's like, yeah, be careful what you wish for, buddy. Whoa, so much. This is a great episode. It's really good. I really want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and comment. Let me know. And if you're brand new to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe. If you haven't checked out my full reaction, it might not be up yet. If it isn't, be ready for it. I also have an episode of The Big Thing coming up today. I have very special guests. I have comedian Jake Lewis from the Lewis Brothers, who also directed Jamie Costa in that Robin Williams short that went viral. But I have Thomas Ian Griffith. That's right. Terry Silver from Cobra Kai. And we talked for a while. He's on for the show for about a half an hour, so check that out today, too. So please subscribe to the channel. I thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. And we'll see you on the flip side. It's Game of Thrones. It is Game of Thrones. It really is. All right. Peace out.